Hello, it's me, RachaelLyn, and today is Tasty Tuesday. Today's Tasty Tuesday, I am going to talk about probably one of the most delicious lunches I have had in I don't even know how long. So today I went out to lunch with my mom and my great aunt, my 90-year-old great aunt, and we did a lot of things today, but we had lunch and we went to the Cheesecake Factory. I have actually only been to the Cheesecake Factory now twice in my life. Today was the second time in my life I've ever been to the Cheesecake Factory, and we had we all got the same meal, pretty much, but we had, I think it's called Renee's Choice or something like that, but it is soup, salad, and a sandwich, and like it's a smaller sandwich. My mom and Aunt Doris had the chicken salad sandwich, and I had the turkey sandwich. I did not get to try the chicken salad sandwich, and I'm fine with that, but it looked delicious, and my mom said it was wonderful. The salad was delicious. It had like a balsamic vinaigrette on it. My salad was a little overdressed. It had a little bit too much of the vinaigrette on there, but a little too much vinaigrette I think is better than like too much ranch or something like that, where it would just be too much of like the fatty kinds of dressing. So plus the balsamic, it kind of drips off a little bit easier than ranch does. Ranch, you'd have to scrape it off anyway. So it was really good. The soup was caramelized onion soup, which was very delicious, and a lot of times onion soups, especially like French onion soups, that's very similar to that, they will be really salty, but the caramelized onion soup, my mom said it was too salty, but I thought it was really good and definitely not over salty, so I really enjoyed it. I actually filled up on the soup and the salad and didn't eat any of my sandwich. When they brought me my plate, some of the soup had spilled onto the plate, and I didn't realize this until I went to pick up my sandwich after I finished my salad, and the bottom of my sandwich was soggy and from the soup. And I talked to the waitress, and she's very apologetic, excellent customer service, and because also the manager came over later and apologized for that, so I was very pleased with that. And I mean, I didn't make a big deal out of it or anything. I just kind of was like, can I have another piece of bottom bread? But they took my sandwich, they made me a whole new one, and so that was very nice. But by the time they brought out that new sandwich, I had already had my soup as well, and I filled up, so I didn't eat my sandwich right away. We did get a piece of cheesecake too. We got one piece, and my mom and I split it, and we got the tiramisu cheesecake, which, oh my gosh, because tiramisu is one of my favorite desserts ever, and it was so good. But we actually did not eat the cheesecake until after we got home, and then I ended up eating the sandwich for dinner tonight, and I was just kind of like, well, it's just like a turkey sandwich. I mean, it looked good, but I wasn't like excited about it because, you know, it was just kind of turkey on some bread with, you know, some lettuce and tomato, and it just didn't, it was, you know, it just, I was like, well, I'll have that for dinner. Well, I had that for dinner, and oh my gosh, that was probably one of the best sandwiches I've had in I don't know how long, maybe my whole life, I don't know. That was so good. It was so good. They had some kind of seasoning, I don't know if it was on the tomato or if it was like just kind of like on the sandwich. It was so delicious, and I had this sandwich cold because it had been in the fridge, and when they first brought it out, I kind of was tempted to take a bite, and I didn't, but the bread was warm when they had brought it out. Well, I had it when the bread was cold because it was in the fridge, and I was saving it for dinner, and it was so delicious. Oh my gosh, like, I want to go back to the Cheesecake Factory just for this turkey sandwich. It was so, so good. So I just kind of, I didn't really have anything, I guess, as far as food this week, and when I ate that sandwich today, it was like, I have to tell you about this. Originally, I had planned to do what I ate for Easter dinner, but we didn't really have an Easter dinner. We went out to eat kind of late Sunday night, and we just kind of had a very, very lazy Sunday. It was church, and that was about it. Not really a whole lot going on, so so we just kind of like, we went out to dinner, and I mean, it was a decent restaurant, but you know, it wasn't like, I kind of had thought that my brother would make something, because he's kind of like the chef of the family, but he didn't end up making anything. And honestly, we don't really have a whole lot of food around in the house. My mom right now is literally at the grocery store right now. So, you know, there's not a whole lot of food in the house right now. So we just went out to eat, and it was very good. I had my Easter dinner. I had, it was like a combo plate, which was the exact same price as just a ribs dinner alone. And I got ribs and, not grilled, it was battered shrimp and macaroni and cheese, and then I also got sweet potato casserole, which that served as my dessert. I splurged for Thanksgiving. What in the world am I thinking? I splurged for Easter, and I really, really enjoyed it. I also had sweet tea, which I don't get that very often. I usually just have water. Whenever I eat out, I will just have water, because it is the smartest choice. And I got sweet tea, and oh my gosh, I was up so late because of that sweet tea. I also got the tea because I didn't have to go to school in the morning. I did not have to wake up and go to work this morning because we're on spring break. And so I decided to drink sweet tea. And it kept me up. Oh my gosh, it kept me up. Like, I was up till almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And that is very, very, very unusual for me. So, yeah, I really definitely splurged for Easter. I didn't eat a whole lot of bad foods throughout the day, because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of food here. I think I had hot dogs for lunch, and I had cereal for breakfast. Sorry, sorry about the dog. So, I mean, it's not like the best eating throughout the day, but it wasn't like, definitely not the worst. And I did have some candy and enjoyed a little bit of the candy, but really not a whole lot. So, that was my Easter, and definitely that was, what I had for lunch today at the Cheesecake Factory. I was just kind of blown away because it was so good, and especially considering it was leftovers. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I can't afford, I mean, like, it was really actually, I feel like it was reasonably priced. I think it was like $12 or $13 for the soup, salad, and sandwich combo. I'm sorry for jumping back and forth between Easter dinner and my lunch today, but but anyway, I really feel like the lunch at the Cheesecake Factory was very reasonably priced. It filled me up on just the soup and salad, and I took the leftovers and had that for dinner, and so I got 2 meals out of it. But I did not pay for it. My mom was gracious enough to pay for my meal and just take me out to lunch and just enjoy a girls' day with Mom and my Aunt Doris and I. And so we had a lot of fun, and we did some shopping too, which I think I spent $10 shopping today, I think. So, you know, it was a great day and a very frugal day for me, and was very good. So definitely, I highly recommend the Cheesecake Factory especially the turkey sandwich that comes with the soup, salad, and sandwich, because that was so good. And before I forget, here is a picture of my meal from the Cheesecake Factory. So lovely. So that is it, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you are not already, comment down below, let me know what your favorite thing at the Cheesecake Factory is. I don't know when the next time I will go back is, but I definitely would like some recommendations of delicious foods, because I've only ever been twice, and so I've only ever had 2 different things, and I've been very happy both times I've gone. So I will see you tomorrow for Weigh-In Wednesday. Bye.